Okay. I initially recorded this and I didn't pick up my mic because I'm an idiot, but I thought he was the only sane person until he started speaking a language that is not of this world and shooting at me like a deranged lunatic. So I decided to go up here, use the high ground to my advantage so I can spot him. But initially, that wasn't my main concern. My main concern is this server. I initially found this just looking at the games page, and I noticed everybody had the same avatar. I joined, and everybody has similar usernames. I look around, I can't find anybody. Little do I know, they're all in the center of the map. Also, pay attention. The understuffed B guy, he's going in that building there. Pay close attention to him. But look at that. They all have black avatars. They all have Japanese-esque usernames, except for this guy, Dio Chips. His is a little unique, but the case still stands. The only two different people are Zoe and Oxidation, which initially I speculated Zoe could be the ringleader, but I'll go ahead and talk about that later. For now, I'm focused on Understuff B. Is this guy part of their organization? Oh, there he is on the left. I didn't see that initially. But reviewing the recording, clearly he circled back around. There he is on the tree. He's going to come down, and he's going to ambush me. Assuming he's near, I type a message, trying to see if we can engage in civil conversation once more. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. And there he goes, right where I came in from. Beautiful, like a lion stalking its prey. And pay attention to those names that you see. I'm gonna come back to those later. You wanna fight? I decided to use my M1911 just to test his power. And he proves to be a worthy adversary, and I prove to have horrible aim, but what can I say? The gun mechanics in this game are a little janky compared to some other games I've played. I decided to stick on this roof for a bit. I decided to engage him in a firefight, but I'm severely disadvantaged. I have inferior weaponry, I have low HP, and I'm very rusty at this game. I try to draw him in, but little do I know, that plant mesh right there has very wonky hitbox, so he can just stand on that and he garners the high ground advantage. So, when he starts shooting at me, I'm gonna fly away. Circle around, see if I can get some lucky shots in. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. I still keep shooting at him. Well, nothing happens. So I'm just gonna fly away. I didn't notice that my jetpack has fuel, so I crash and burn like a bumbling idiot. And then he's coming back up. I try to hide behind one of the pillars. Somehow he doesn't see me. He's climbing up on the mountain. I'm just trying to heal while keeping tabs on his location. I'm actually freaking out right now. Unfortunately, all of my friends are offline, except one friend who I used to play Electric State with in particular. So I'm over here freaking out on Discord. Pay attention to the screenshots, because this here is what I see before I initially actually joined the server. Now I go back here. This is what happens prior to recording. I'm just going to resend these screenshots to my friend to let him know what the freak is happening. He's the only sentient being on this server, the only one with a physical form, and yet he doesn't even speak any language that I and my finite human understanding can't seem to comprehend. I'm going to speak through adverts, but this is not going to go according to plan. Hey, Brody, do you speak any language from planet Earth? I'm trying to tell him I just want to talk. I tried different methods of this. Me want talk. Me want speak. I just give up, though. Yeah, it ain't working. See, there he is, monkeying around on the mountain still. Little do I know, he's going to climb down this mountain, and he's going to regroup back at spawn, where he's going to leave the game. I don't see him climbing down, but if you pay attention to the bottom of the screen, there he is. And I think he notices me. Because look at the way he's hiding behind that wall so inconspicuously. It just screams that he knows. He is those who know. But he gives up. He goes right back to spawn. That little yellow circle. That's right there. Yeah, I should use my mouse more. Don't worry, I'll do that. Look at that. Off he goes. And he just disappears. And I'm freaking out over here. I'm like, what? Did he respawn? Did he change classes? Did he leave? I'm trying to figure out how to get out of shift lock because the hotkey is Q. There you go. Good job, me. He's gone. Understuff B, that was his name. Nope. He's just not there. Understuffed B. I tried to take a look at his profile. I use this method where I look at the favorite to badge to group ratio, which it's a very flawed method, I'll be honest. It doesn't work very well because most of the time it's not consistent. They're not consistent together. They'll have like maybe little to no favorites from different eras comparatively to when they joined. They might have badges to just random games that drown out the badges that are owned from the respective games that are in their groups or favorites, or they're just in a crap ton of groups and they don't have any favorites. And like this dude says, that's probably the most normal ES server I've seen. This is not the most normal ES server I've seen, and I've seen a few ES servers. Probably not as much as you, my friend, but enough to know that this goes beyond the realm of normal. Shout out to VTEX Games. I took a look at a few of the alts, and they all seem pretty consistent. A couple of them do seem out of place, which I do talk about later. Can I please get off this guy's page now? Now back to the game. I'm just reviewing the chat logs, trying to process what happened. This guy right here, Zeta you'll notice he has a chain. He's the only one who looks relatively different out of all of the alt accounts. Some of them have the black Roblox hat, but all of them, they're naked, they're black, and they have a Japanese username. Geo Chips being the exception. I don't really know what these names are supposed to mean. I'm probably not going to Google them. I just don't feel like it. But Zeta yeah. His name is different, so is his avatar. I'm guessing he was the first before they decided to establish a trend, or perhaps maybe they just decided to make him different for the hell of it. Maybe he's like a high-ranking general amongst the alts. I don't know. I don't know how this works, but I did have one theory. First, I'm going to look at this guy's profile, and I'm exclaiming to myself how his favorites to badges to groups ratio doesn't make any sense, and that it absolutely baffles me. He has no connection to these guys either. So he's just a completely random dude. This was definitely experience, all right. Here I am still trying to process what the freak happened. I'm going to go into spawn, and I'm going to show you exactly what's happening. So here's what's happening. All those names you see here, that's the whole server. There are 14 people, 13 of them here, including myself. You can count it. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, plus me, which makes 14. So the whole server is right there. And then there's that guy, Oxidation. So I initially speculated that Zoe might be the ringleader, because he's the one who's friended with all the accounts. But now I'm thinking that it might be Oxidation, because I think he's using the method of shifting all the evidence into another conspicuous looking account, but you are still guilty by association. And it's also, Zoe has one of Oxidation's games in his favorites. This game is privated, however. I can't access it. Let me just see this guy, if he's correlated. Oh no, I'm stupid. Oxidation favorited his own game. Slot wiped. I don't think this has any connection to the bots, I think. Or maybe he's testing out code. But that doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me. So, eventually I just scrapped this. This can't really be used as evidence. Neither can this guy, but he is quite fascinating to me as well. Beans on my British meat. There's just something about people with the bald man head with the man face. It really sticks out to me. But yeah, this guy is clearly an alt account too. I mean, he plays Electric State, one of the few games in his favorites. His badge to group to favorites ratio makes no sense. He bears a striking resemblance to Undercept B. I don't think that has any correlation, however. Now I'm going to go back to the Electric State server list. That's the only server that's like that. They're all relatively normal. You have a guy who's cosplaying a pedophile. You have a guy who's cosplaying Freddy Fazbear. You have a guy who's cosplaying another YouTuber who's probably a pedophile. And then you have a bunch of furries. And then you just have that server. Even Oxidation Zoe's avatars are black. You'll notice. They're all the same. And then here I am just trying to process what it all means. Why am I here at this point in time, in this server, in this game, with these people? Well, I don't know.